Welcome to Writer's Life, for what's become like my monthly video. I just thought I would do a quick morning video, a rare breakfast video. No, well, I wouldn't even call it a breakfast video because I already eat breakfast. But I never come to you during my writing time. But I thought today, for the fuck of it, I would. Don't forget to sign up if you haven't already and all that stuff. You know about all that. This is the new Cold Blue Moonlight. It's just a short. How many pages? About 75, something like that. 72. And don't forget, you have to traditionally publish, or you have to independently publish these babies because nobody's gonna take a 75-page book, right? So you can read it in one sitting. Notice how much it looks like my traditionally published Moonlights that Down and Out puts out. I got a lot of sun glare today. And of course, the first one in the series, Moonlight Falls. It's important to maintain your brand. So that's what I'm doing with these. I think they look great. And they read even better. So what's been going on? A lot of appointments and all this crap. I have my last treatment. I was supposed to have my last treatment at the end of this week. All pumped up for it because I'm back to normal. Everything's back to normal. But they're like, we think it's better if you push it off just a few days. I'm like, oh. And it was for no big deal reason, but I wanted to kill that person. But she's actually very nice and she's very good. So just doing her job. I got so much shit on my desk. But all goes well, I'll be done in a few days. And then I'll be getting ready to leave for. Can you guys hear me? My mic's all the way over here. And then I'll be getting ready to leave for Europe for a couple months. Almost a couple months anyway. Like a week shy of it. It's like 6.5 weeks. A little over that. And then I got to come back and do all sorts of demo stuff. And never ends. You guys like the new specs? They're like my lawyer specs. So kind of a funny, bittersweet story. One of the guys I have who edits for Bear Media, his name is Wayne Burnop. I always thought he was like a retired school teacher, but he wasn't. He had all sorts of jobs that involved writing and stuff like that. And anyway, in his elder years, he chose to edit for certain authors and the authors he liked. What he would do is his MO was he'd read your books and then he'd send you emails. He'd DM you and say like, this is off, this is wrong, this you got a spelling mistake here, that's the wrong word, this, blah, blah, blah. And he'd send me like 5 pages of edits. That's after I paid for an edit or after the traditional publisher paid for an edit. And he would still come up with all this stuff. And he did this for a period of about 2 or 3 years. Still reading my books and enjoying them and stuff like that. Until finally, he's like, why don't you give me a shot? He's like, I'm working for like 5 other authors. Some of them pretty big. And he's like, all I want is for a novella, send me a $25 Amazon gift card. For a full novel, send me a $50 Amazon gift card. He's like, I don't need the money, but I like to buy books. So I was like, all right, yeah, give it a shot. I mean, like I was paying before, like, for Bear Media, like thousands, and I was like, if he could do a decent job, it would only make good business sense. So anyway, he's done a bunch of my books. Even though now, granted, I can get almost the same result with AI, to be honest, with Grammarly, a professional account. In fact, I can kind of even do better with it. but I still love the human touch. So anyway, what did I put out? Yeah, this one, Code Blue Moonlight. And I was like, waiting like longer than normal. Usually I hand him over a file and he does it that afternoon and gets back to me. And I thought, oh, well, maybe he's having fun because recently he moved into a assisted living facility or something less than that. Just a facility for older people who they don't need any help, but like they get their own apartment, their own bathroom, and it's more of a community. And he was kind of depressed about it because his wife had passed on like months earlier or something like that. And he was missing her and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't want to go to this place, but I gotta do it because it was just better for him. And then suddenly he perked up. He's like, oh my God, there's so many single women here. And he's like, we have like get-togethers at night and we play tunes from the 60s and stuff. And I'm like, all right, Wayne, way to go. Anyway, so last week, I hadn't talked to him other than sending him that book and texting with him and stuff like that. I hadn't really talked to him for like 10 days, something like that. But anyway, he was taking a while to get back to me, which is not like him. So I'm emailing him and texting him, Wayne, are you alive, dude? Are you alive? Come on, I got to get this out, And so just for the hell of it, I'm like, he's kind of getting up there. So I texted Wayne Burnop obits, and it turns out he had passed away, like in his sleep or something, like 3 days earlier. I was like, oh shit, and here's like me, his kids are probably going to find these emails like, are you alive? But perfectly innocent, Anyway, he was a good guy, and I was kind of shocked that he had, crossed over, let's say it, I thought he had a lot of years left, but you never know, I guess, right? So rest in peace, Wayne. You were a hell of an editor for me and other authors, and you will be missed. That's life. I think he was, let's see, pushing 80. He was 79. Between 75 and 80, those are tough years for men. Like we seem to buy it around those ages. If you make it past 80, though, you could probably make it to 90. It's that crucial 75 to 80. Anyway, so that's all. I just wanted to chime in about that. Because you guys should know. You should know about Wayne Burnop. What a good guy he was. Lived in Fort Worth, Texas. And he was a real, like anything I wrote about John Wayne or something like that, he'd be like, no, John Wayne never said that. Like, this is how we put it, I'd say, like, daylight's a wasting. I'd write that in one of my books or something like that. And he's like, no, he didn't say that. He would, I forget what it is that John Wayne actually said. But Wayne, correct me if you're hearing me. All right, I'm about to finish another short, Moonlight. And don't worry, Eric, if you're watching this at Down and Out Books, I'm not publishing this one until after Terminal Moonlight comes out. But it's a 115 page one. What am I calling it? What is this one called? I forget. I forget. Oh, Missing Moonlight. Missing Moonlight. Anyway, so I'm gonna get back to it right at the end pretty quick. And then I got another doctor's appointment for my eye because I had retina surgery. And that's why you haven't been getting any videos of me skiing. Because I can't possibly ski having had retina surgery. No way. Because when I fall, I always fall on this side. And plus, I still don't trust this lung because it's still healing. I could just tell it's still healing. It's working great. I'm back to running 2 miles a day, 2.5 miles, and lift a weight, so it works. But it's just, like knowing me, like I'll crash and do something to it. And then there goes Europe in 2 weeks. So you can't live your life in fear naturally. But in this case, it's just common sense. All right, hope everyone's doing well, and I will be coming to you again soon. That's all I can say. I can't promise when, but I'll be coming to you soon, and definitely I'll be coming to you more regularly when I get to Italy, and we'll have some guests too. All right, everybody. Ciao, ciao.